It's time for Living with Victory, a program of hope and encouragement brought to you by Friends of Compassion and listeners like you. Now, here are your hosts, Tony and Laureen Giorgio, with today's message of perseverance.
Jesus is with me when the storm clouds gather, when the winds of this world are blowing strong.
Welcome to Living with Victory, proving life isn't about waiting for the storms to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain, giving you peace, power, and joy through perseverance and, above all, faith in Jesus Christ. Hey, a couple of quick reminders. You can email us your comments at livingwithvictory@gmail.com, or you can call 828-926-4600. Later in this program, our announcer will give you the rest of the information to contact us or donate. And remember, we do have our partners, the Journey Christian newspaper, which is a free print and online publication offering encouraging articles, local Christian events, as well as world and local news from a Christian perspective. You don't get that too much today. Learn more, visit journeychristiannews.com. The Journey Christian newspaper, encouraging Christians on their walk with Christ. Hey, and by the way, they're having their first annual Christian Business Expo to be held October 20th from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Ag Center Davis Building. The event will feature local ministries, Christian businesses, crafters, seminars, presentations, chock full of all kinds of events, and a Christian concert following the expo. So for more information and exhibiting, you can log on to their website at wncchristianexpo.com, or you can call Jeff over at 828-676-6535. And this is sponsored by the Journey Christian newspaper. You'll hear more about it in the future. Hey, and now I want to welcome my wonderful sidekick for the last 45 years. Wow, could you imagine that? My wonderful wife, Laureen.
Thank you for joining us. I'm reading from Psalm 139, verses 1 through 6. The topic of the day is, Who but God truly knows us? O Lord, you have searched me thoroughly and have known me. You know my downsitting and my uprising. You understand my thought afar off. You sift and search out my path and my lying down, and you are acquainted with all of my ways. For there is not a word in my tongue, still unuttered. But behold, O Lord, you know it altogether. You have beset me and shut me in behind and before, and you have laid your hand upon me. Your infinite knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high above me. I cannot reach it. I don't know about you, but just those 6 verses, and if you get time to read this whole psalm, I think you'd be very blessed. But just to know how much God knows us from beginning to end, even before we were here. He knows the path we're to be on. He actually sifts and searches out my path to make sure that I'm where I should be. He is surrounding me with himself, his love, his comfort, his guidance, his assurance of safety. It even says here in the Matthew Henry commentary that no matter what we even think, he considers our thoughts words. I think that's exciting. We can't go anywhere from him. He is there. And I don't know about you, but that comforts me to no end. Because I remember the mistakes we made in our own life when we really didn't consult God for things. I mean, we prayed, but we weren't really trusting the way we should. But he made sure he sifted out our path.
Wow, we were on this money-making path. We were going to be business owners. We were going to do this and we were going to do that. And it nearly killed us. Okay, just to try this stuff. Along the way, things just weren't working out at all, and things started to change. We kept trying in our own way and in our own thoughts of what we thought life should be, that there was something different that God really had. God knew that down the road we were going to be partners in a ministry for seriously ill children that would pretty much rock our socks off. And we had no idea. Our comfort level in the children's ministry for 30 years was extremely pleasant. And we didn't know a thing about it, but we felt like we were born into it. If you understand, it was sort of within us. It was part of us. And we'd never done anything like that before, but we were so comfortable with it, and we did everything that had to be done.
We were even shocked at what we accomplished, but it just shocked us how we knew instinctively what to do. But of course, that was God leading us without even realizing it, because he puts the thoughts and the desires in you. As far as I'm concerned, I would rather have him putting me on the path that he has for me rather than me choosing my own path, because he knows exactly where I should be.
Understand that through our 45 years, in the beginning, we had a lot of different opportunities. Yeah, the business went bad and we fell down, but we got back up again. We were back up and we had opportunities. But it was always not to be. It was always moving on to something else. I mean, things were going good, but it wasn't satisfying. But there was other things coming.
God knew exactly where we should be. That one verse saying that he sifts and searches out my path. I know I'm right where I should be right now. I feel that I am right where I should be right now, even with the breast cancer and everything, because going for the treatments, I have met such beautiful people. But he has given me the opportunity to share his love and to comfort them, those who are so uneasy with what's going on and not at peace, and to find some peace. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that God puts me in places that I could be of use to someone else. I find that there is no, for me, better way to live my life than to see somebody else smile because I made a difference. And that's what that verse 3 means to me, that he is sifting and searching out my path and putting me where he knows I can do the most good. And he knows every word on my tongue. He knows what's in my thoughts. And my prayer is that he search me, as verse 23 says, search me, so that I can say the right thing, so I can show the right love at the right time. Search me, Lord, that I do not have any evil thoughts in my mind, that I may show love to those who are hurting, especially now.
When God leads you, or you let him lead you, he doesn't let you down. I mean, we started this foundation, no money, no expertise, absolutely nothing. And from there blossomed this organization, this ministry that helped kids across the United States. It was insane. I didn't know what I was doing, but for every time I needed to know something, he would open a door to somebody who taught me. And along the way, this is how it went. Every time I needed instruction, I needed to really know, and some of the situations were life and death. I mean, I didn't have time to sit back and say, let me go to the library and research. I had to get these people what they needed, when they needed it, or somebody was going to die.
That clock was constantly ticking.
And it was unbelievable how, by the grace of God, things got done. I didn't do it. I'm not the one. Don't feel that God is leaving you alone. You're not alone, number one. And when we say life isn't about waiting for storms to pass, it's about learning to dance in the rain. We've done that, folks, all our lives. You need to make sure that you take advantage of what God has to offer for you. Keep your eyes and ears open, and you will, without a doubt, be on that path because he's in front of you.
As I said, the last two verses of this Psalm 139 says, search me thoroughly, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there is any wicked or hurtful way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting on his path.
The point is, let God lead your life no matter what. And now, as we're coming to a close, I want to let you know that Laureen and I are offering some CDs, and especially if you'd like a copy of today's show, you can ask for offer 12805, and we'll get it to you. Or Laureen's CD about her faith and battling breast cancer, you can email us at livingwithvictory@gmail.com. You can call us at 828-926-4600. We'll send you either one. And our announcer at the end of this program will give you that information. And remember, like this radio ministry, folks, has two missions at this time. One is for our 45 years of married life and 30 years of advocating for seriously ill children. We want to encourage you by what we have learned through our lifetime experiences and others who have had some bad storms too. Life isn't about waiting for the storms to pass. You have to keep going. Perseverance and have faith in Jesus Christ. That's very important. That's the first mission we're trying to tell you. We've been there, done that. Secondly, we want to continue helping families of seriously ill children who fall through the cracks. That's the second mission, as we have done for 30 years. Now, according to local children's cancer centers here in Asheville, today's gas prices and out-of-pocket copays for medications are forcing families to decide if they should buy the medicine or buy food for the rest of the family. Now, we've been there, done that. You know, we go back and forth every day for radiation treatments. We know what they're talking about. So if you feel you want to help and would like to support our missions, you listen to Tim, our announcer, at the end of the broadcast, who will give you our contact information to send your tax-deductible donations, or you log on to livingwithvictory.org, our website, and use our secured PayPal account. You can do that without a problem. And I thank you for support in this ministry, because it's important to us to get these things done. Just us traveling back and forth from Maggie Valley to Asheville, it was like a 45-minute drive, and spending that gas going back and forth. Wow, and we do it every single day, and that's what these families are doing. So we're telling you, we know what we're talking about, and we do need to help to keep this going, and we want to help everybody else around us who is going through these storms today, and there's a lot of us. And we know, because we've been there, we're just trying to let you know with a little bit of what we've been through that you can get through it. Don't ever give up.
God does know every single thing about you. He loves you. He wants to put you on the right path. And believe me, when you're on his path, you cannot lose, and you will be happier. Try him. Really, try him and see what you think.
Till next week. This is Tony and
Laureen Giorgio.
You keep dancing in the rain, because Jesus is your umbrella. Thank you.
You've been listening to Living with Victory with your host, motivational and inspirational speaker, Tony Giorgio. Support for Living with Victory comes from Friends of Compassion and listeners like you. Your tax-deductible donations can be sent to Compassion for Kids, P.O. Box 1982, Maggie Valley, North Carolina, 28751. Tony is also available to speak to your group or organization. You can call him at 828-926-4600. Join us again next week at this time for another uplifting story of dancing in the rain.
Jesus is with me when the storm clouds gather. He's standing by my side.